In this video, we are going to discuss few topics from the chapter Circulatory System of book Concise Biology class 10th. And the topic which we are going to discuss in this video is the cellular part of the blood known as white blood cells. In our previous video, we have studied the composition of blood having plasma and the cellular parts known as erythrocyte, leukocytes and thrombocytes. If you haven't watched that video, please watch that video before watching to this video. So let's start the topic, white blood cells. The white blood cells are known as leukocytes, and their number in the human body is near about 4 to 8,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. So the WBC count in the human body is in the range from 4,000 to 8,000 per cubic millimeter of blood. These WBCs, white blood cells, they are amoeboid in shape, just like amoeba, and they can produce its pseudopodia, through which they can squeeze out of the capillaries into the tissues. As the WBCs are having amoeboid shape and they can squeeze out from the blood capillaries into the tissues, the process of coming out or oozing out from the blood capillaries into the tissues is called diapedesis. Here is a diagram to illustrate the diapedesis process. In the first diagram, you can see the white blood cells. In the second diagram, you can see a part of the white blood cells coming out of the blood capillary. In the third diagram, you can see maximum part of the WBC has come out from the blood capillary. And the fourth diagram, you can see that the white blood cell has come out from the blood vessel known as blood capillary. This oozing out of the WBCs from the blood capillaries is called diapedesis. Moving on further, let's discuss the origin and life of the WBC. WBCs are produced in the bone marrow, that is the red bone marrow, the lymph nodes, and sometimes they are even produced in liver also. Very few times they are produced in spleen. Altogether, we can say that WBCs are produced in red bone marrow, lymph nodes, liver and spleen. The average life of the WBCs is near about 2 weeks. Just like other cellular parts, white blood cells should also have a specific count in the body. Their increase and decrease in the human body will lead to the abnormalities. If the number of WBCs increases many times in the human body, then it's called leukemia. It is a sort of cancer in which WBCs increases many folds in the blood. The second type of abnormality is leukopenia. In this abnormality, the number of WBC decreases in the human blood many folds. So, if the WBCs increases, it's a type of cancer called leukemia, and the number of WBCs decreases, it's another abnormality called leukopenia. These leukocytes, they are having the specific functions in the body. The first function is phagocytosis. As we have seen that the WBCs can ooze out from the blood capillaries into the tissues, they perform diapetesis to destroy the germs, which is called a term phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is a process in which WBCs, especially the neutrophils, they engulf the bacteria and destroy them. Destroying the bacteria by the WBCs is called phagocytosis. The second function of WBCs is the inflammation. Inflammation occurs due to the reaction of the tissue to the injury and to the localized invasion of the germs. Whenever the germs enter into the tissue to destroy that bacteria or germ, WBCs ooze out at that place and perform phagocytosis, which leads to inflammation. Inflammation is the reaction which occurs between the tissue and the germs. The inflamed portion can be spotted by increased local heat, by redness, by swelling, and by pain. The leukocytes helps in destroying the germs, and because of the destruction of the germs, inflammation occurs, which is a good sign. This shows that the germs are being killed up by the white blood cells by the process called phagocytosis. The pus cells formed in the reaction are actually the dead white blood cells which dies during the reaction between the tissue and the bacteria. Hence, pus is also considered as a good sign for phagocytosis. Moving on to the next function is the formation of antibodies. WBCs, they produces antibodies, and these antibodies kills or neutralizes the germs poison. Hence, they make safe from the germs or bacteria. When a small child is vaccinated, means when a small child is given vaccine for different precauting diseases, actually weakened germs are introduced in the form of vaccines in the child so that they can produce or they can form a particular antibodies which later on protect the child from different diseases. And these antibodies are produced because of white blood cells. Moving on further, let's discuss the third cellular part, that is blood platelets, which is also known as thrombocytes. These blood platelets are minute oval or rounded structures. They are not having nucleus, means they are not nucleated, and they are floating in the blood, and their count is about 2 lakh to 4 lakh per cubic millimeter of blood in the adults. The platelets are derived, they are produced from the giant cells called megakaryocytes. These megakaryocytes are present in the red bone marrow. Hence, they are produced by megakaryocytes. The lifespan of blood platelets is near about 3 to 5 days, and they are mainly destroyed in spleen, which is a lymphatic organ located in the abdomen. Platelets are having very important function in the clotting of blood. Platelets helps in clotting of blood at the site of injury. Wherever there is a cut on the human body or wherever there is a cut in an organism, the platelets releases the chemical called thrombokinase, and this chemical starts clotting the blood. And after few seconds, this thrombokinase produces a structure called the clot of blood, which prevents the further loss of blood by flowing. Thus we can say that blood platelets helps in the prevention of loss of blood during injury. That's all in this video.